Learning English can be an exciting adventure, especially when it happens through a magical story. Today you will improve your English by following the journey of a little pig named Tommy. Tommy is not like the other animals on the farm. While the cows graze peacefully, the chickens cluck in their coops, and the sheep enjoy the warm sun, Tommy is always looking beyond the wooden fences. He dreams of exploring the world outside the farm, but he has never gone beyond the fields of golden wheat and tall apple trees. One morning, as the sun rises over the hills, Tommy sits near the fence, watching the wind blow through the grass. He sighs, wondering if there is something more out there, something waiting to be discovered. The farm is peaceful, but Tommy feels that something about this place is special. He has heard stories from the older animals about mysterious things hidden in the barn, but no one has ever looked for them. Then something catches his eye. A strange glow flickers near the old barn, hidden between the haystacks. It is faint but unmistakable. Tommy's heart beats faster. He has lived on this farm his whole life, but he has never seen anything like this before. Curiosity fills him. What could it be? Slowly, he takes a step forward. Maybe today is the day he finally discovers the farm's secret. The sun is warm and the farm is quiet. Birds sing in the trees, and the smell of fresh grass fills the air. Tommy walks toward the old barn, his small hooves making soft sounds on the dirt path. The barn is a familiar place, but today it feels different, mysterious. The strange glow flickers again, drawing his attention. The barn stands tall, its red paint faded by the weather. The wooden door creaks as Tommy pushes it open. Dust floats in the air, sparkling in the light that filters through the cracks. Old tools hang on the walls and piles of hay are stacked in the corners. The glow seems to come from the back of the barn. "Hello," Tommy calls, his voice echoing in the empty space. He walks carefully, his eyes wide with curiosity. The air inside is cool and smells of old wood. As he moves closer to the glow, he sees it a small golden key lying on a pile of hay. It shines brightly, as if it's waiting for him. Tommy tilts his head, wondering why a key would be here. "What is this?" he asks aloud. His voice sounds small in the big barn. He reaches out and gently picks up the key. It feels warm in his hoof, almost magical. Just then he hears a rustling sound. He turns to see the old cow standing near the doorway, watching him with her big, calm eyes. "It's a key," the cow says. Tommy is surprised. He looks back at the key, then at the cow. "What does it open?" Tommy asks, his voice filled with curiosity. The cow shrugs. "I don't know. No one has ever used it. But it must be important." Tommy's eyes shine with excitement. He can't help but wonder, what could this key unlock? A feeling of adventure sparks inside him. Maybe today he'll discover the secret of the farm. Tommy holds the golden key tightly, staring at it with wonder. It is small but heavy, its surface covered in tiny, swirling patterns that catch the light. He has seen plenty of keys before the farmer uses them to open doors and lock gates, but this one is different. It feels special, as if it has been waiting for him to find it. "What should I do with it?" Tommy asks, looking up at the old cow. The cow thinks for a moment, then flicks her tail. "Maybe you should look around. If there is a key, there must be a lock." Tommy's heart races. He glances around the barn, his eyes scanning every corner. There are wooden crates, barrels of grain, and an old ladder leaning against the wall, but nothing looks like it needs a key. Then, just as he is about to give up, he notices something strange. In the farthest corner of the barn, half hidden behind a stack of hay bales, there is a wooden gate. It is old and covered in dust, as if no one has opened it in years. But what catches Tommy's attention is the small keyhole at its center. His breath catches. Could this be what the key is for? Slowly he steps forward. The barn is silent except for the faint rustling of hay beneath his hooves. He reaches out and presses the key into the lock. It fits perfectly. He hesitates. His heart beats so fast he can hear it. Then, taking a deep breath, he turns the key. Click. A deep rumbling sound fills the barn. The ground trembles slightly, and a warm golden light shines from the edges of the gate. Tommy steps back, eyes wide. The old cow gasps. The gate creaks open, revealing something incredible. Beyond it, there is no dark storage room, no forgotten tools, only a path. A winding dirt road lined with glowing trees stretches into the distance, disappearing into a soft, golden mist. The air smells different, fresh, sweet, and full of magic. Tommy stares, his mind racing. He has lived on this farm his whole life, but he never knew this place existed. He turns to the cow. Where does it go? The cow shakes her head, eyes filled with awe. No one knows. No one has ever gone through. Tommy takes a step forward. This is it, the adventure he has always dreamed of. With one final glance at the barn, he steps through the gate. As Tommy steps through the gate, a warm breeze brushes against his fur. The air feels different, lighter, almost electric. He looks around, his eyes widening at the sights before him. The landscape is nothing like the farm he knows. The grass here is not just green, it shimmers with golden streaks, glowing softly under the sunlight. Trees with twisting silver branches stand tall, their leaves shifting colors from deep blue to bright purple, as if they are alive. A crystal-clear river wanes through the land, its waters sparkling with tiny lights like stars reflecting in the night sky. Tommy takes a deep breath. The air smells sweet, filled with scents he has never known before: honey, fresh apples, and something warm and comforting, like home. He takes a few hesitant steps forward, feeling the soft earth beneath his hooves. Suddenly, a soft hooting sound makes him stop. He looks up and sees an old owl sitting on a low-hanging branch, its large golden eyes fixed on him. Tommy tilts his head. "Where am I?" he asks. The owl blinks slowly, then spreads its wings. "You are in the Enchanted Farm," it says in a deep, soothing voice. "A place hidden from the eyes of those who do not seek it." Tommy's ears perk up. The Enchanted Farm? The owl nods. This land is full of wonders, waiting to be discovered. Tommy glances around again, taking in the magical scenery. He has always wanted adventure, and now he is standing in the middle of one. As he walks further, he notices something moving in the grass. A tiny rabbit with soft, glowing fur hops toward him. Tommy watches as the rabbit pauses and sniffs at a bright orange carrot growing nearby. But this carrot is different. It sparkles, almost as if it is made of light. Tommy leans down, fascinated. "What is this?" he asks aloud. Before he can touch it, the rabbit quickly grabs the carrot and takes a bite. As soon as it does, it jumps 3 times higher than normal, soaring into the air before landing gently on the ground. It wiggles its nose at Tommy and grins. Tommy's eyes widen. A farm where vegetables give you magical powers? He laughs, the excitement bubbling inside him. This place is full of surprises, and he is ready to explore them all. Tommy continues walking through the Enchanted Farm, his eyes darting from one magical sight to another. Trees whisper softly as the wind passes through their glowing leaves. Flowers hum gentle melodies, opening and closing in rhythm. The river nearby shimmers with golden light, reflecting the sky above. As he explores, he spots a wooden sign ahead. It's old, covered in vines, but the words carved into it are clear. Ask and discover. Tommy tilts his head. Ask? He mutters to himself. Just then, a rustling sound comes from behind a bush. A plump rabbit with shimmering white fur hops out, carrying a small, glowing carrot in its paws. It stops and looks up at Tommy with wide, friendly eyes. Tommy remembers the rabbit from earlier. His curiosity grows. He points at the carrot. "What is this?" he asks. The rabbit grins. "It's a magic carrot. One bite makes you jump as high as the trees." Tommy blinks. He looks up at the towering silver trees. "That high?" The rabbit nods. "Try it." Tommy hesitates, then carefully picks a carrot from the ground. It glows warmly in his hoof. Taking a deep breath, he takes a small bite. A tingling sensation spreads through his body. Before he knows it, his hooves leave the ground. He leaps into the air, soaring higher than he ever imagined. The wind rushes past his ears as he sees the enchanted farm from above the glowing trees, the singing flowers, and the shimmering river stretching out like a dream. Then gently he floats back down, landing softly on the grass. He gasps, his eyes shining with excitement. "That was amazing." The rabbit laughs. "See? Everything here teaches you something. The more you ask, the more you learn." Tommy thinks for a moment. The sign was right. Ask and discover. He looks around, realizing something important. Learning isn't just about finding answers. It's about being curious, exploring, and asking the right questions. As he watches the magical farm around him, Tommy understands. This is the adventure he has always wanted. And it has just begun. Tommy sits under a glowing tree, his heart still racing from the excitement of his magical jump. He looks around, taking in the beauty of the enchanted farm. Everything here feels different, alive, filled with wonder. He thinks back to his life before today. The farm he knew was peaceful but ordinary. He spent his days dreaming of adventure, never realizing that something so magical had been right in front of him all along. Now he understands. The farm had always been special, he just never looked closely enough. Curiosity led him here, and curiosity helped him learn. The owl from earlier swoops down and lands beside him. "You have learned much today," it says, tilting its head. Tommy nods. "I never knew asking questions could lead to so many discoveries." The owl blinks slowly. "That is how we learn. The world is full of mysteries, but those who ask and explore will always find answers." Tommy smiles. He feels different now, more confident, more excited about learning. He wants to share everything he has seen with the other animals. Maybe, just maybe, they will want to explore too. Looking at the glowing trees and the sparkling river, he takes a deep breath. He has discovered something magical, not just in this place, but inside himself. And he knows this is only the beginning. As the sun begins to set over the enchanted farm, Tommy takes one last look at the magical world around him. The glowing trees sway gently, the river sparkles like 1,000 tiny stars, and the air is filled with soft whispers of the wind. He knows it's time to go back, but this time he doesn't feel the same as before. He is no longer just a little pig who dreams of adventure. He is an explorer, a learner, someone who understands the power of curiosity. He turns to the owl, who watches him with wise eyes. "Will I be able to come back?" Tommy asks. The owl nods. "The magic was never in the place, Tommy. It was in you all along. Every time you ask, every time you explore, you will find new adventures no matter where you are." Tommy smiles, holding on to those words. He steps through the gate, back to the farm he has always known. But now, everything looks different. The sky seems brighter, the grass feels softer, and even the wind carries a new kind of excitement. Because Tommy knows the secret now. Curiosity is the key to discovering the magic in the world. He turns to the other animals, eager to tell them his story. And as he begins to speak, he realizes his adventure is far from over. It has only just begun. Now the story is complete. Let me know if you need any refinements or next steps.